wait up, bitch. Them niggas ain't us, bitch. Dog.
Yeah.
This beat.
I'm a unique individual. Yeah. I got an ass cap and BMI. I need all my residuals. Word. I'm about $1. And if you play with mine, then your face unforgettable. So if you owe me 10, then you paying 10. Fuck the dough, it's the principle. I do not talk what I'm finna do. What? Not unless I'm in the interview. Just get it done what I tend to do. My nigga, I'm indispensable. Yeah. Like I led us to the playoffs. Ballin', I deserve a payoff. If you think I'm done, you're way off. Yeah. Fuck his practice, take the day off. I do what the fuck I want. They just doing what they can. I ain't never had a beat. Nah, I've been sticking to the plan. Ayy, I ain't never followed trends. I ain't doing what they saying. Nah, I'm too busy doing me. Smoking grams and counting grams. Bitch. I'm a unique individual. Yeah. I got an ass cap and BMI. I need all my residuals. Word. I'm about $1. And if you play with mine, then your face unforgettable. So if you owe me 10, then you paying 10. Fuck the dough, it's the principle. Get the picture. Or I pull up on your ass and give you the visual. And if I call folks now, they pulling up. And shit gon' get critical. He quick with the stick. But you better know that revolver dependable. Shit, if I was you, I'd say my prayers, cause it might be the end of you. I ain't religious, I'm spiritual. So I probably pray for forgiveness. Take a little time to reflect. Then I get back to my business. Had to put niggas in check. With finesse how I did it. None of you niggas can see me. Only Jehovah bear witness. Yeah, do what I want. Love what I do. Need what I'm worth. Yeah, how about you? Matter of fact, double it. Cause I'm one of a kind. Give a fuck about the other ones. Yeah, you better know I'm a unique individual. Yeah. I got an ass cap and BMI. I need all my residuals. Word. I'm about $1. And if you play with mine, then your face unforgettable. So if you owe me 10, then you paying 10. Fuck the dough, it's the principle. I do not talk what I'm finna do. What? Not unless I'm in the interview. Just get it done what I tend to do. My nigga, I'm indispensable. Like I led us to the playoffs. Ballin', I deserve a payoff. If you think I'm done, you're way off. Fuck his practice, take the day off.
Yo, download the Spreaker app and follow us at Smashcast Radio. Let's get it. Let's go.
Yo, y'all know what it is, man. Y'all tune in, turn up, activate with on the show, doing what we do, man. This is the top 10 and 10 and some more shit. And like I told y'all beforehand, man, shout out that Disbelief Tequila, man. It is most definitely in the building. I'm getting my drink on. And of course, my guest right here is getting his motherfucking drink on, man. We want to give it on up first and foremost for the next guest in the building, man. He go by the name Marley Boy Apparel. How you doing, God?
Man, I can't complain, bro.
That's what I'm. Everything good, bro, with you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We good to have you out here. Now, first and foremost, before we get anything started, we want to let everybody know, man. Marley Boy Apparel has been putting on the after work mixer for, it's going on, what, we on like number 9, 6, 7, 8, something like that?
What it is, we started in August.
August, and it's been every month ever since.
Yeah, every month.
So it's happening at the Wild Hair, pretty much it's the third Wednesday of the month, second Wednesday of the month.
Every second Wednesday, we outside.
We out. Look, I'm loving it, bro. So the following has been going crazy. What was the thought process behind the after work mixer?
The thought process was pretty much building that community of like-minded individuals, of course, the small business owners, and then we intertwined the local artists, and that kind of took it to another level.
Okay.
So that's what we're trying to do.
Okay, now I've been seeing everybody been pulling up, showing out. Now, how's everything going? Because you started out, I remember the first one, we started out, we had vendors in there. No performance, just had a little music in the background and stuff. So the vendors in the building, now we getting artists in the building. How is that playing off each other? Is the vendors seeing good things going down?
Yeah, Yeah, so the vendors and the artists are collaborating. I'm seeing, brands and music videos. I'm seeing, music on brand pages. So I'm just loving how it's all coming together.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, speaking of brands, you got Marley Boy Apparel. I'm loving the hat. I'm loving it. I'm loving the truckers, right? That's what they call the truckers. All right. So how did you come up with the whole brand? What was the thought process behind Marley Boy Apparel?
So the thought process behind Marley Boy Apparel was inspired by the legacy that Bob Marley left.
Okay.
For his family and his kids, and how his name is still relevant to this day. Mm-hmm. That's what inspired me to start my brand, so that I can kind of leave my imprint on the world, the city. We starting local, but we thinking global.
Okay.
So that's how the brand came about.
So how did you plan on doing how did you decide to do pop-ups? Like what made you decide I'm going to do a pop-up out of all things? Because you could just take your brand, go to the store. Some people, like, especially in Chicago, I've been seeing these little it's like on 47 and 79, they got the little stand that you can rent out and do your store in there. So, like, what made you decide to do pop-ups out of all things?
So the pop-ups came because I don't think about just me. Okay. You know what I mean? I think about giving other brands a platform to showcase their stuff. And I'm also a beginner. So I want to learn. I want to see how they move and see what they got going on. And I just want to help people overall.
I like that. And that's what Bob Marley was about, helping each one teach one and stuff like that. So what have you learned? Like, because you started out, like, with Marley Boy, it started out with what? T-shirts at first? Or
I started out with trucker hats.
Okay.
And honestly, I was so ambitious that I thought that I could just do trucker hats. I was like, man, I could just do hats. I'm going to pay this amount for the hat. I'm going to pay this much to get it embroidered, and I'm going to sell it for this much. Right. I had a formula that I thought would just, work. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, with the brand, it's not that simple. Okay. You know what I mean? So I say I went through my first 100 hats easy. Everybody, oh, yeah, woo, I support, I fuck with you. Man, so after that 100 hats, it was like I had certain people like, man, I need a T-shirt to go with the hat, or I need more. Like, what else you doing? So it was like people wanted to see more. Okay. And honestly, like I say, I was so ambitious. I dropped some. I didn't give it much thought with the design. Okay. So that kind of hindered me. I dropped some hoodies, and I'm still sitting on them motherfuckers today.
Wait, why is that?
It's a mixture of just the design, the material that the Pakistan manufacturers used. It was just a miscommunication with them, and a mix of moving too fast. And
that is downfall. Because what I do notice, not to cut you off, but this is what I do notice: a lot of guys who coming up in the brands, is that a downfall? Because a lot of y'all we have to reach outside of the city to do brand, like, to get your stuff manufactured. You got to reach to Pakistan. So, do you think it'd be better if you had a manufacturer that you could go pull up to their warehouse and, like, touch the material compared to, like, online? Like, you think it'd be better having a better relationship like that?
In some cases it'll be better. Definitely, if you can touch it, before you buy it, that'll be better. But I think it just come with doing a little more research. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, if I would have researched a little more and knew exactly my they call it a tech kit. Okay. Of how, like, if I sent the measurements and all the materials I wanted to the manufacturer, I'd probably be good. But just starting off,
you didn't
I
do
know
that.
all that.
So, all right. So, what did you do then? Because now I'm trying to learn that. Like,
so, what I did, I went on rushordertees.com. Okay. I designed a hoodie. And I saved a picture. I sent it to the manufacturer and told them to make it. I ain't tell them use this material. Okay. I ain't tell them this size, this measurement. I just said I sent them the picture and told them to make it. And they made it, but they used the wrong material. They was different sizes. Like, it just wasn't. It wasn't what I wanted.
Okay, so you trying to get that out, or like, are you just holding it because you don't want that to be a part of the brand? Like,
it's just right now I'm in a rebranding. Okay, so that's what forced me to kind of switch the focus to the events. Okay, is because, you know, you spend a lot of money on it and then you don't get that back. You gotta
find another way to get that money.
Put money into it and ain't coming back.
True that.
So especially nowadays, it's hard. So,
yeah.
You know, we gotta work 9 to 5s, side hustles, brands, events, everything.
I just ain't trying to up the pistol and rob nobody, because you know that's I'm damn near next. Like, hold on, be quiet.
Shit, Brinks truck.
Look. Hold on, bro. look. But yeah, cause it's crazy that you got to go now. Any designer that you like, so directly with your, are you designing your own material?
Now I want to design my own.
So you got the inspiration to do your own design in that too.
Yeah, because nobody gonna be able to explain my vision or my brand better than me.
Okay.
So that's the next steps going forward. Is getting me a laptop, learning all the Adobe apps, and just designing and getting it going.
That's what look, I like that. I'm not an artistic person at all. That's why I love my Smash Cash logo. Shout out my boy down there, Haley Shondell, holding it down in Atlanta. He from Chicago, but like those type of things, I love to delegate. I could delegate that type of material because it's like I'm just not artistic, but I love the thought process. Because when I see some shit, I be like, y'all wonder what they thought about when they made. Like I see your logo. Where did the logo come from? Like, how you come up like that?
So this logo is a mixture of like an island vibe / outer space.
I catch it.
So it's however you want to interpret it, you know?
I'm catching because I see like
call it the out of this world logo.
Dig. I can see it because I'm looking at it. I'm like, it look like the ocean, but then when you just say space, I'm like, damn, it do look like a space. Look. So I got to be either high or I could be sober, but either way it is, I get something up out of it.
For sure.
Look. Marley boy, motherfucking apparel, bro. Hey, he got me thinking in here. I got the disbelief tequila flowing, bro. Like,
definitely.
I mean, look, it's a good night, man. So now, where you see you taking your brand to, bro?
Man, I'm in this for the long run, man. I know y'all was speaking about Nipsey earlier, and I'm in it. It's a marathon. It ain't no race, you know.
Yes, sir.
I'll be 2 years in May with the brand as far as pushing it out here, networking, and just getting it out here. So, you know, just keep working, man. It's 5 years, 10 years, then that's when everybody will know, you know, Marley boy, he put that work in. He built it.
Now, my question is this, because like we were talking about Nipsey as well, and a lot of people, like, one thing I loved about Nipsey was he was going back into the brick and mortar. A lot of people is out of brick and mortar because of the internet world, but he wanted to bring brick and mortar back. And so, listening to the interview they just did with Black Sam, they keeping that alive. Is that something that you want to do with Marley Boy Apparel? Have a brick and mortar store?
Definitely.
Okay.
So right now, kind of my brick and mortar is like my events, my pop-up shops.
True that.
Eventually, later on down the line, I would want a fixed location where you can pull up, vibe out, come copy some Marley Boy Apparel. But that's later on down the line, you know.
I can see that. Now, would you have like a smoking area in there? Because you know you Marley Boy, like
smoking area. Matter of fact, it'll just be a smoke shop.
Look at that.
Smoke shop.
I can see that.
Dispensary.
I can see that, bro. Look. I ain't gonna talk my business too much on here on how we met. We gonna come back.
For sure.
We gonna come back and talk about how we met. Now look, hold on.
You know, you know.
Look. I'm finna get into some music real fast first, and then we gonna come back and talk to you in a hot second, man. We're gonna talk about some more about Marley Boy Apparel and after work mixes and what else you got going on, bro. Because like I said, I've been seeing you out.
Yes, sir.
In the streets, and one thing about that I love that you're doing it is you support. You know what I mean? That's one of the main things that people don't do. They'll throw an event, but they won't go support nobody else's event. But one thing I noticed, like even before your events, you was popping up. You popped up to a lot of our things before we even started partying up. So to see you doing that, like you bringing that old school back, like that's the old school wave that I know about. Like I've been at 7 events, and every 7 event I'm seeing is Joe, what's up, kid? You were just or we talking like Joe, where you finna go after this? Oh, we got woo. And we all bail over there like that.
That was part of the motivation for me starting my own events, is because I go to so many. I see the good and the bad, and I just want to add value to our community.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. Right there, man.